Good morning. Welcome to Motor Industries Daytime. So you can see as this morning we have some stormy clouds around. It's around 8:45. Are we focusing there? Focus. I guess we are. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I've gone down and picked this car up, which is something I don't normally do. Customers generally bring their cars to me. And yeah, but this one a little bit different. So I came in about 6 months ago, I believe, for a minor paint correction and paint protection. So Fusso Coat was put all over the car. The lady that owns it works about 5 minutes away. As I said, I went down, picked it up, left my car there. She works in a bakery, so that's got its advantages and disadvantages. One of the advantages is I got a bacon and cheese pie, a cauliflower and cheese pie, and a coffee. So that's an advantage. The disadvantage is what it takes, I don't know, 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes to go down, pick it up and everything, and my stomach, which is growing and growing. So that's the disadvantage. Alright, so I've just rinsed this panel down. I've rinsed it down and I gave it a quick wipe with my wash solution here. So this is how I roll anyway. I'm not into bending down, picking buckets up, bending down, picking buckets up. This is how I roll. You call me lazy, call me whatever. I'm not young, and I hope to be in this business for quite a while. The other thing I do is I stack everything up off the ground. So I've got my towels there, got some of my products there, and the others in the caddy with some brushes and that all ready to go. So this is my when there's not too much dirt inside the door sills, door jambs and that, I'll use this. When there's a lot inside the wheel wells and the tyres are quite dirty, I will then get this puppy out. Or even if the door jambs have got a lot of accumulated dirt, I'll get this thing out, just got more pressure. I've got the vacuum and wheel cleaning stuff, wheel cleaning brushes and what have you ready to go. Some of them are already in the caddy, and with all the vacuum parts and the mealy, which is an absolutely magnificent vacuum. Interior, this isn't too bad. I've just sprayed the degreaser along here and inside there in preparation for me to come and rinse it out. Also with a mate, with all my washers, I go in underneath all the frames all the way up. That's just how I roll. I don't know what other people do, but that's how I do. I always do these areas. Also, the back hatch will get the degreaser. I've just done the front door as an example of what I do. So interior wise, it's not too bad, it's just a little bit dusty. These mats, which is the bane of all detailers, these loop fucking cheap mats. When she brought in 6 months ago and I did the paint protection, paint correction, I actually got them out, I scrubbed the crap out of them with Maguire Super Degreaser, high pressure cleaned them. These actually were white. Today it's a maintenance wash, it's only maybe an hour and a half worth of work. With the weather the way it is, that won't be happening. There's just not enough drying time and stuff. So interior wise, as I said, it's pretty good, it's holding up. This car's been away on holiday twice since the last time I saw it. I'd probably predict I haven't seen it for 3 months, even though she normally brought it back monthly for maintenance. I think towards Christmas she just got way too busy, and then she went away for 2 holidays in the car. So yeah, as I said, it's not too bad. We've got some dirt and stuff down in here. How do I deal with that? You know, I used to try and get cloths down there and whatever. So now I spray Maguire Super Degreaser down there. I get some of my smaller brushes and I agitate it. I let the Maguire Super Degreaser work for probably 30 seconds or so. I agitate it and then I stick my crevice. I get my normal vacuum, not a wet and dry, but normal vacuum, because we're not talking about copious amounts of water down here. There's probably a couple of mil in the bottom. So normal vacuum, and I just suck it all up. Voila, it's done, it's clean, it's quick, and that's what you want. Alright, so Maguire's wheel brightener will go on the wheels. As I said, the rest of the car. So anyway, the idea of this is to basically see how the Fusso Coat has held up. As I said, it was put on 6 months ago. I've just given the panel a quick wipe with Optimum Car Wash, and have rinsed it off. So I'm just going to spray a Fusso Coat on, some water on there, and just see what the sheeting and beading is doing. So yes, I did top this up with detailer spray each time I washed it before. So you can still see there is elements of sheeting and beading. See what happens to that amount of water. Boom, almost straight off. You know, is it the top class, like the $150 to $200 coatings? Does it work like that? No. But you got to remember this, for a big tin, that those things may cover one car, maybe one and a half. This thing comes in a big tin. It's $35. It covers probably 10 or 15 cars. All right, so that's what we're looking at. That's what we've got to remember. And it's 6 months. I haven't washed this car for 3 months, and it was put on 6 months ago. All right. So this is why I'm pretty happy with this product. Try and get a different angle now. So yeah, I think I'd let you know that I was lazy and everything. I put everything up on my cart here. Yeah, no getting up and down for me. So today, yeah, it's a maintenance wash. I'll reapply protection on all the trim, windscreen cowling, and what have you, and hope that this weather holds out. So I'll get back with the finished product. Oh, and also, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but I'm going to be using Car Pro Reload as a top-up. We all know that we use these top-up things at the end of, it doesn't matter if it's a coating, a sealant, a wax, whatever, we all top it up when we do the wash again. So I normally put just a, I think I use Optimum Canuba spray wax, which is apparently supposed to last 3 months, you know, whatever. But it was holding its own because it came back monthly. But I just want to try this. I've never tried it, so I'm going to give it a go. Okay, alright, so I'll get back to you and we'll see how we go. Okay, so I've just done more of the pre-wash stage. So I have cleaned all the tyres and wheels and wheel wells. So I've used Maguire's wheel brightener on the wheels. So spray it on, agitate it. I then go to the next wheel. I do the same thing. And then I come back and I spray a little bit more on, spray a little bit more on there, and then foam it off. Wash it off. I just find it works better after agitation to just spray a little bit more on. Helps kickstart all the cleanses, all the active cleaning chemicals in there, and I find it does a better job, especially on hot days where it can just dry a bit and you'll wash it off. And thinking, if you only apply it once and then rinse it off, thinking, oh yeah, that's good. And then when it actually dries, it's all smeared. So I've got in the habit of actually applying twice. Give a look at the other side. Yep, so all the wheel wells have been degreased. I've just used a small pump spray, which, you know, I probably should have got the bigger one organised. It just, to me, it just doesn't put out enough. I've also done the inside of the door sills and door jambs with this, so it's just been sprayed on, probably dwelled for maybe a minute or so. Then I've just got a hose and gone through, and probably best to show the front, because this is where most of the dirt was. So, you know, it removes probably 80 or so % of the dirt just by you know, putting the super degreaser on it and then giving it a hose off. Yeah, so, you know, it's sort of when you get to that stage, because that's one of the last things I do. I go around and with a bit more degreaser, or even just a wet cloth, and wipe it all down. And I have done the same thing up here where there was some dirt. So once again, just put a towel in the back to avoid any spillage on the carpet. If you get spillage here, which I have, it's okay. This is just vinyl. And it's just starting, it'll just clean up, so it's no big deal. Sometimes I do spray it up under here. It's not really that dirty, so I'll just wipe all that down. So yeah, that's like for maintenance wash, that's my pre-wash phase, just to get everything kick started. Okay, so this is also part of my pre-wash stage, and so I've selected probably the dirtiest part of the car, which is just here, which is just behind the front wheels. There's quite a bit of, I guess, you know, rubbery stuff, grease, road grime, everything. So what I'm going to test is, one of the theories behind putting coatings, waxes or sealants on is that at washing, it'll this sort of stuff should come off easier. So the coating or wax or sealant puts a barrier between the car and all this stuff. So I've just got my lower panel pre-wash cleaning cloth, it's an Oates. So I'm just going to wipe very softly down here. So this has got Fusso Coat on it, just to get the other side there. Just do up to here. I'm only, you know, barely wiping this pressure wise, I mean. So I just want to I guess, you know, I'm sort of doing it like you'd do a no rinse wash. Alright, so I'll just grab a cloth, give that a dry. So, you know, that's just part of the pre-wash. You know, as I said, I barely even touched it. You know, I think we all know that if this was on a car that hadn't been washed for years and years, that sort of stuff would just be caked on. It'd be a nightmare to get off. Well, not a nightmare, it'd just be difficult. The whole car to wash with dirt like that on it over years would be. And you can see, yes, all these things work. So, you know, they make our job easier, make cars look better. So it's a win-win for us. Okay, so another thing I do, I have one of these when I'm, you know, I don't have to get real serious and get the pressure washer out and do all the foaming. Another pre-wash thing, I just go around and put a coating of Optimum car wash all over the car. So the car's been rinsed just with the hose, and I'm just going to coat it all now with this, you know. Pardon me. Compared to a foam gun, these things, you know, they're not meant. Well, they advertise as foam guns, but they don't work like a foam gun, believe me. But they do throw enough. I've only put like a very small amount in the gun of the Optimum car wash, and it's, you know, adding all the detergent and stuff, and it's just letting the dirt know that, you know, you've been seen, you've been warned, it's time to get off. I'm a coming. And there's one thing about hoses and cables, when you're working, they will, if there's any way they can hitch up on something, they will. They are born to find things to hitch up on. So yes, this is what I do. Just give it all a quick thing, let it settle. A day like this, you can probably leave it on there for 5-10 minutes. So it's just starting to rain now, God bless it. This is the world of mobile detailing, or detailing in general. If you don't have one of them absolutely magnificent garages that those high-end guys have, where you go inside and it's just, it's better than where you live, well, where I live anyway. I could actually live in one of those things. So anyway, yeah, that's the next stage. So I'll go around with my brushes, get all the drills and stuff done, get brushes in there and any of the up near the windscreen, cowling along the windows and that. Okay, so with the console, when you have, that's what I do when I have, you know, coffee stains and other stuff stuck in the console. The buyer's super degreaser sprayed in there, a low brush, give it a nice good agitation all around. And then using said crevice tool, it'd be good if I turn the darn thing on. Okay, take two. After turning it on, using said crevice tool. Alright, so you can see that she does a pretty good job. It's quick, gets all the stuff out. You don't have to worry about getting your cloths down there and getting every little corner. Did I get it all? That's the way to do it. It's nice and quick and efficient. Okay, so we come to the finish of this detail. Here's a car, the Hyundai Tucson City. It's raining. You know, this has been not extremely difficult, but just a pain in the ass because there's thunder, there's lightning around, there's rain. I normally put a marquee up under these conditions, but with the lightning and that, and thunder and the wind is gusting a bit, I decided not to. So unfortunately, this is what it looks like. You can still see she's a beading from the Fusso Coat I put on 6 months ago. This is just a maintenance wash. Interior wise, it's only got a vacuum and a wipe down. I normally put protector and stuff on, but at the moment every time I open a door all the drops are going onto the seats and what have you. So I'll just give you a quick look of this where I've vacuumed here right through, and there's the cockpit view. I've got to close the door because yes, it's raining again, and as I said, every time I open it it's dripping down the seats. So things you got to watch out for today is, you know, there's other things I'd like to do that dampens some of the material. Some of the material inside the upholstery just needed a little bit of spray touch-up cleaning. I've only got so much time, and with this weather nothing's going to dry, so if I put anything sort of damp, do anything damp in there, put the windows up, it's going to fog, it's not going to look good. So I'll speak to the customer, let him know I've not applied any protection to the car. This car will be back probably in a month. I'll do it all then. She'll be fine with that. We'll adjust the price and away we go. You know, it's just the way it is today. You can't, every day it's not going to be perfect. So anyway, we'll see what the rest of the day brings.